The NFL can't help but acknowledge the talent on the Las Vegas Raiders roster after the offseason they've had. Devontae Adams, Rock Ya-Sin, and Chandler Jones going to a team that went to the playoffs last year makes that team a contender. But not so fast, says the NFL media. They have the Raiders picked to finish last in the AFC West. I know the division is tough, but the Raiders finished second last year and have improved the most this offseason. Oh, it's the head coach they don't believe in. CBS Sports ranks Josh McDaniels number 26 among head coaches. They don't see McDaniels as the big advantage he's going to be, but they are so wrong. Let me count the ways. We all remember the disaster that was McDaniels' first head coaching job with the Denver Broncos because we enjoyed it so much. He went in like he was Bill Belichick 2.0 and it didn't work for him at all. Ruling with an iron fist when you go to a new team doesn't work anymore. You'll just alienate players and they won't put it on the line for you. You have to earn the players' trust just like they have to earn yours. What you really can't do that McDaniels did back then is talk about replacing a player with another unless you already have a deal in place to do so, especially a quarterback. McDaniels talked about trading for Matt Castle before a deal was done. That alienated Jay Cutler, who was there at the time, and of course he went on to request the trade and got it. Meanwhile, McDaniels was never able to swing that trade for Castle, so he ended up having to coach without a legitimate starting quarterback. That was the biggest part of being a head coach he didn't have down. But he gets it now, as you can see the relationships he's building on the team. McDaniels had a little more than that to learn, though. From 2001 to 2005, he was a personnel assistant, a defensive assistant, and a quarterback coach. So he wasn't in charge of the offense for the first dynasty. He didn't become the offensive coordinator until 2006, so he oversaw the offense that lost the Super Bowl to the New York Giants after the 2007 season. Then after a stint with the Broncos from 2009 to 2010 ended unsuccessfully, he did what Belichick did after his first stint with the Cleveland Browns failed. Belichick went back to master Bill Parcells for a few years with the Patriots and New York Jets. Then he went back to the Patriots to be the head coach, and the rest is history. In 2012, McDaniels went back to master Belichick to win Super Bowls after the 2014, 2016, and 2018 seasons to complete the Patriots' second dynasty. There's no better experience for an offensive coordinator than coordinating an offense to multiple Super Bowl wins, right? So he's much more ready to be a head coach in every way there is to be ready than he was the first time around. And isn't it funny that as soon as he's ready to be a head coach, a job opens up with a quarterback that he absolutely loves? This isn't Cutler, who he wanted to trade, or Tebow or Orton. Carr is the guy that GM Dave Ziegler and McDaniels tried to trade for in New England when Mr. Brady decided he didn't want to play for the Patriots anymore. They wanted Carr so much because he fits and has played in McDaniels' offense before. As a matter of fact, the last time Carr played in that offense, he finished third in NFL MVP voting. Yes, that's the same offense Carr played in when Bill Musgrave was his offensive coordinator in 2016. It's called the Earnhardt-Perkins system, which isn't Bill Walsh's West Coast offense or Don Coryell's vertical stretch offense. It's an adaptable offense that isn't a slave to the short pass or the deep ball. The routes receivers run aren't based on the name of a play or numbers called out for a receiver to run either. Route combinations or route concepts called on each side determine what route each receiver runs. Either way, McDaniels has the guy for his system and he's ready to go. Okay, I get it. You have to prove it on the field, and of course record weighs in heavily in these head coach rankings. Unfortunately, what you do with what you have has no place in them. Neither does the work you do as a coordinator since your last head coaching job. So McDaniels isn't ranked very high. That wouldn't help him win any games anyway. But he's ready to prove CBS Sports and the NFL media wrong. He's put together a good staff too, so he's going to hit the ground running in 2022. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.